Hey, boys and girls in content land, it's Lou and Jeff. Thanks so much for being here. I wanted to do this cool presentation with my old friend Jeff because we go way back and he never ever disappoints me in terms of coming up with cool stuff. So here we are streaming live, and we've got a nice training for you today. I wanted to jump right in and we'll just make the most of our time and do this a lot of cool info in a relatively short amount of time. And I did want to introduce Jeff because he and I go back like in real life. We've met and shaken hands many, many times. Mostly, I think in Atlanta at NAMS. I think.
Yeah, we shared a lot of stages together there.
Yeah, so those were like just great times, and it's nice to be able to meet somebody in real life and break bread with them and all that good stuff. And like I say, every time Jeff comes up with something new, he's always innovating. He's always coming up with new stuff. So he had this idea about turning videos into content, which is kind of the opposite of what I do. I try to turn content into video, and I said, well, show us what you're up to. So. Jeff, if I missed anything in our little intro, let me know. I know that you've got a long background in online marketing and journalism and all kinds of cool stuff. So, so glad you're here. Thank you for sharing this with us.
Thank you for having us. Thank you for that introduction. And yeah, full time, 17 years, and have been doing the whole time in content marketing. In the last 2 years, I've narrowed it down to content profit, making money with your content. And it started with January of 22. I wrote an article called 21 Income Streams from One Article. Okay.
Yeah.
And it blew up, and that led to the Content Profit Show, and that led to this and all kinds of stuff. You were talking about meeting at an event at NAMS or whatever. And I get so amused when I meet people that I know from here at an event, because within the first few minutes, I always hear, I thought you'd be taller. And it took me a while to come up with my response was, so did I. And, I hit 5'10" and apparently thought that was enough.
Yeah.
So
I know that's the funny thing about, it's like, well, I'm assuming that the webcam adds 10 pounds like it does in television. So I'm actually thinner in person.
There you go. Yeah, me too. So like Lou said, we go way back, and I got to start this off before we jump right into content, telling a story about Lou. Okay. So if you share Lou's and my enjoyment of The Godfather, just pop a yes into the chat, because we love that movie, and we like playing with the line. What is it, Lou?
There's a couple, but leave the gun, take the cannoli is.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. And so one day, several years ago, folks, I got the mail, and there was a package in there for me, and it was from Lou. And I thought, what in the world is this? I opened it up, and it's this nice black T-shirt with white lettering in the Godfather style that says, "Leave the gun, take the cannoli." Okay, so I toss that package aside, slip on that T-shirt. I'm like, all right, I love this. My sons are laughing. The next morning, I'm cleaning up, and folks, I go to pick up the package, and it feels heavier than an empty package should feel. Like Steve is one of us. He's a Godfather lover. And so I start digging through the package, and there's all this newspaper, right? And wrapped in it is this little green fish, okay? Luca Brasi sleeps with the fishes, okay? And I still have that, Lou, somewhere around here.
Yeah, well, fortunately, it wasn't a real fish, but
I would have noticed that right away. There'd have been a little bit of an odor.
Yeah, I knew you'd get the message, and I knew you'd appreciate it.
Yes, and I did, and thank you. All right, so here's what we're going to be doing today. This is, right where you are right now, and here's what you can expect. Now, as I was telling Lou before we got started, I've gone minimalist in everything I can. We'll be out of here in way under an hour with some good stuff. And I just got tired of doing slides for a show. So everything except this page is all going to be Google Docs.
Cool.
Because you can put more on there, and I just think it's more helpful for folks. But as we talked about, we're going to talk about how to repurpose one video and one specialty into 10 lead magnets, 10 low ticket digital products, 10 medium ticket. I usually say mid, but okay, medium. I must have been thinking about medium that day. It's the same thing. 10 high ticket, and that should say 10 ultra. You know what? you know what? We're among friends, right? I can
Yeah.
fix this right now, can I?
Yeah. Of course. Why
All
not?
right. All right.
But
So
I
let's,
saw this list and I was like, all right, this I got to see.
yeah, yeah. That's what most people say. Like, come on, Jeff. All right. So we're going to change this to mid.
Hmm.
So, folks, when you mess up, fess up and try to demonstrate how to fix it. Ultra high ticket.
Nice.
And we'll go back to preview and we'll be golden. All
There you
right.
go.
Thank you for playing along with us, kids.
Mm.
Now, then we're going to dive into, right there, if you look at just that, that's 50 lead magnet and product ideas from one video, right? Okay. And we're going to talk about how to convert one product idea into your list building lead magnet and also traffic driving lead magnet and a profitable digital product. You'll get your next success steps. And as always, so much more.
So much more.
So much more. Okay, so let's dive in. Lou and I met last Friday.
Yeah.
And I interviewed him about his niche and his expertise, although I knew a lot about it, and especially about his ideal client. Okay, what did that take? About 20 minutes or so?
Yeah, it was really quick. 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah, that's all it took. And from that, folks, I developed what I call a profit ladder for Lou. And we're going to walk through that right now. And this is the first time Lou's seen this. Okay. And I do that on purpose because, folks will be surprised. But let's just run through those quickly. So here's 10 free lead generation items, a video content planning checklist, content creation guide, time management for video entrepreneurs, mini course. Wow, I like that. Video visibility, profitable, and we don't got to read through all of them.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
And then there's 10 low ticket items. Video content quick start guide, video marketing toolkit, boot camp.
Ooh, I like boot camp. Oh,
you
man.
like boot camp? Yeah.
I'm going to have a busy summer.
Yeah, that, and just for you and for everybody, Lou, you don't got to do all these at once. And you probably never will. These are just ideas.
Yeah.
This is to avoid overwhelm, not to create it. Okay?
Right.
Content repurposing blueprint. All right. So let's go to the mid ticket. Content creation, video content creation crash course, content creation boot camp, a bigger one, mastery course.
Wow.
Planning workshop. I love it. And if you notice, all of these have suggested prices.
Right.
Video content creation mastermind. Sweet.
Okay.
Content blueprint. You do one of these, don't you? Sort of like a video visibility VIP.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you got all this from that one little interview that we did?
Yeah, from that 1 20-minute interview. And we're not done yet. And so here's the premium ultra high level ones, like accelerator programs and done for you and all kinds of stuff. And then at the end, I promised you 50. There's actually 60 because you can choose whether to do it on courses or coaching or memberships or books or software. So these 2 lead generation courses, 2 low ticket courses, the boot camp again, 2 mid-range courses, the masterclass, the accelerator, 2 high level, and then 2 ultra high level.
Ooh, I like it.
Okay? So to save time, which one do you like of all the lead magnets the best? The ones that matter to you the most?
Video content creation guide or video. Yeah, I like the guide because I have a checklist, but I don't have like a low ticket guide like this.
Okay. Well, I will do that one for you. To save time, I highlighted this one. Okay?
Yeah, that's
so
good
you guys
too.
wouldn't have to watch me create stuff. So at least I'm next to the one you love the best. Okay. And so let's take a look at that. All right. Again, like Lou said, this is all from 1 20-minute interview. So here's the checklist.
Yeah.
Now we start with 10 titles suggested. So 7 essential steps. What jumps out at you, Lou, for a good title?
I like ideas to income.
ideas to income, 7 must-dos for effective video content planning. And what you can do is make this your title,
Right.
and this your subtitle, or you can make the title you like the second best and make that the subtitle.
All right. Yeah.
All of these are great ideas for products too. So we'll continue down here. There's a little bit of setup here. And then here comes the checklist. Now, this is an enhanced checklist because, I mean, you can just do 7 or 10 of these titles with a box, right?
Yeah.
This one has a little bit of explanation. Okay. And you can use it, you can remove it all, you can use some of it, you can add to it, whatever.
Yeah.
Set clear objectives and goals. Research and brainstorm content ideas.
Wow.
Create a content calendar. Plan your budget and resources. Script and storyboard your videos. That's fun. Promote and distribute your videos. And that's it. Okay?
Wow.
And so this can be a lead magnet. This can also be sold, folks. There's unlimited stuff you can do with these. Now, again, I've created a lot of stuff for y'all for today to save time, right? Instead of showing you how it's created or doing it live or whatever. And so what I did next is I took that same 20-minute interview and one product that I chose, a low ticket product. And if you're just starting out, that's what I suggest with people: lead magnet and low ticket. I mean, if you've been at this a while, like Lou has, we could go higher. And so let's look at that that product outline. And what I created was a detailed 7-module mini course. Okay.
Yeah.
And you may recognize this title about 7 checklist. Okay. Because think about it. You've seen this checklist, right?
Yeah.
You got this as a free opt-in, and there's a little bit of information, right? The perfect upsell at the end of that course or free course is the product.
Right.
So now we're getting deeper here. We've got an intro section with objective, the content, intro to the course and its objectives. I always like to get people a quick win in this one. 7-point checklist activities. Those all could be a quick win. Okay. Here we are in module 1. And we won't go through all 7 modules because that would be repetitious and you guys are getting the idea. So identifying your target audience, the objective, the content, methods for researching and refining, audience personas. I love how there's always a different phrase for that. Avatars, ideal client profile, tools, and then things for them to do: a workshop, group discussion, practical exercise. I can also add things like this, things like guidebooks and templates and checklists and that kind of thing. So setting clear objectives and goals. And we're doing the same thing, adding to it. The cool part of it is this is I mean, Lou, what would you do for let's see. What would you say about aligning content with voice branding and messaging?
Oh yeah, aligning content. Damn. Yeah, I mean, I talk about it all the time, just about, being yourself on video and making sure that you understand that whatever you're putting out has to be in your voice.
Right. And
the message has to resonate with your audience, because if you just do some copy and paste thing, then you'd be like, that's not him.
Yeah, so, exactly.
Stuff like that. But this is like, as I look at this, I'm thinking, I always think like, oh my God, this would have taken me 2 weeks to come up with this stuff.
I absolutely love that. And may I use that as a quote later? Because,
yes.
That's gold right there. And so the point of doing that, folks, is this detailed outline will give you a starting point for what needs to come next. And Naomi, Lou is asking the age-old question.
Yes. Replay.
Yes. Will there be a replay? I had some issues with my sound, so I've missed out on a lot so far. Naomi, there is always a replay.
Yeah.
Giving given the cooperation of technology. And so far, StreamYard has never failed me. So yeah, absolutely. What we're teasing about here, Naomi, and everybody else, is that that's the question we always get, even if we say it. There's going to be a replay. There's going to be everybody. Yep. And so not making fun, Naomi, just having fun with you. Okay. Not laughing at you, just laughing near you. Okay.
Yes, I would have asked the same thing.
So that's only the first three modules.
Wow.
All about creating a content calendar, key components.
That's funny. That's one of the things I actually do now. Yep.
I love you, Naomi. You are a scholar and a gentleman. I love it.
Let's not go that far.
Disagree with you. Thank you. Now, within module 4, there could be a whole demo, a whole workshop on creating a content calendar.
Yep.
Okay? Would that be a valuable thing to your community, Lou?
Absolutely. I charge a small fortune for giving people a 90-day strategy plan.
There you go. There you go. All right. And let's just look at one more of 7. That one's kind of boring. Scripting and storyboarding.
Yep.
Elements of a compelling script, components of storyboard. I love it. Yep. Script writing workshop.
Nice.
Storyboarding exercise. And then everybody could look at, each other's scripts and storyboards. I love it. All right. So, and really, Lou's job now is to fill in the blanks. Okay?
Right.
And a lot of people do that with this. A lot of people, I do it for them, just depending on whatever we do here. Okay. Now, remember, I told you this is going to be a quick one, definitely under an hour. We might break 35 minutes.
Wow.
Because again, I've gone minimalist. I just, tell me if this is right, folks. Okay. You want to know how to do something. You want to do something. Do you want to get to it as quick as you can, or do you want a whole lot of fluff?
No fluff.
Yeah, this is a no fluff zone. Okay. So if you want fluff, type fluff in. If you want quick content, type in quicker content. Okay. Because what Lou and I have noticed over time, we were talking about this before we went live, is that more and more people just, get me to the point, show me what to do, tell me what to do, get me to the solution. And so, there was a name for that back when I was a full-time counseling psychologist, Lou. It was called brief therapy, which always made me wonder, is that like therapy in your underwear? And you can't go too brief, because you can't build a practice around 1 or 2 or 3 appointments. What happened the same time next week? And so what we're going to do now is kind of just go back through, okay? Because we went through quick, and there'll be a replay. And the cool thing about the replays with StreamYard, folks, it will be available on the page you're on within seconds after we get done. Okay.
Yeah.
And so there's 10 lead gen. There's 10 low ticket, 10 mid ticket, 10 high ticket, and 10 ultra high ticket. And then 10 more around a specific topic, like courses or memberships or whatever. Okay. So that was the first we looked at. And then you've got 10 different titles for your lead magnet. Okay. And then with this, we've got 1 title. We can come up with 7. Steve, sorry, no, the docs won't be made available, but you'll have this all to look at forever. And I am going to tell you a way to get a whole lot more than the docs in a minute. I'm going to tell you how to get them personalized, if that's okay with you guys. All right. So now let's go over there and dive in here. Okay. Now, again, I'm minimal. I don't have all these stacks and stacks of things and price breaks and all these, 20 more minutes on a webinar, right? So my question is, who's game to have me do for you what I just did for Lou? Okay, give me a yay or nay in the Q&A. Who's game to have me do for you what I just did for Lou?
Otherwise, I'll volunteer Cheryl, because she spoke up last. Oh no, Steve did too. So.
Oh, there's Cheryl. Yeah, there we go.
But that's the thing. Like when asking is like, well, these docs if they're available. They wouldn't really help you because they unless your niche is video marketing. But
Yeah,
you
yeah,
could do one for your niche right now in the hot seat.
yeah. Because see, that's the thing. And thank you for that, Lou, because that's the power of this. This is very, very niched, not
Mhm.
just video marketing, but it's niched to Lou Bortone and niched to Lou's ideal client, like you guys. Okay. So, yeah, like I said, I'm going to show you how to do this. Okay. So you're invited to do two things. Okay. And I invite you to get a content profit seat on my content profit show. What we'll do on that show is take one of your pieces of content, video in this case, and repurpose it into a profitable digital product in 20 minutes or less, right on the show. Okay.
Cool.
Before we do the show, which will really enhance everything, is we'll create your profit ladder. We'll hop on a video just like this one, and then just be the two of us. And I'll interview about your niche, like I just did Lou on Monday or last Friday. Your niche, your ideal client, and you. Okay, so very specific stuff will come from that, and that will help inform the content profit seat. Okay, so the link you want to go to is jeffherring.com/Lou-C.
Hmm.
Now, through the magic of internet marketing, I'm about to have that button pop up right under your screen. Okay?
Ooh, cool.
Um, and I hid it behind everything else so you guys can't see it. But there it is. Okay. And so I'll type that in the chat here too. And then we'll hop over to the page to show you everything you're getting.
Nice.
All right. So
Yeah, this really was. I mean, I know from having done this Friday, it was quick and painless, and the fact that you got so much content out of a few minutes, that's crazy.
what's even crazier, Lou, is with what I'm doing now, this is just a tip of the slice of the tip of the iceberg slice tip. I mean,
Yep.
there's so much we can do now that I get silly excited about it. Okay. So here's where that page takes you, jeffherring.com/Lou-seat. Okay. This explains what the content profit seat is. Okay. And then a buddy of Deborah says, you so effortlessly, whoops, I forgot to cut that out because it's there twice. You so effortlessly orchestrated such a great experience during my time on typo, the content profit show today, Jeff. And it's just fun. Now, and this is the profit ladder.
Wow.
You're going to get 10 ideas from lead magnet, low magnet, mid ticket, high ticket, and ultra plus 10 more. Here's how we're going to do it. Once you come on board, you'll be taken to a link that sends you, thank you for that, Tricia. This is great. It sends you right to a scheduler. Okay. And you'll pick out the time for us to do our video call, and we'll dig deep into your niche and to you and your ideal client. Okay. Then after that, I'll create your strategic profit ladder, and you'll have it within 48 to 72 hours. Okay.
Wow. Yeah.
What I want you to do is review it and highlight what stands out to you. Okay. And then we'll get back together for another strategic video call. We'll look through it, look at what pops out for each of us. And if you're like a lot of people, we'll start you with the lead magnet and the low ticket, but we can do all of them, because really what this is, what the profit ladder is a map that builds your entire profit business. Okay? And so, and we'll map out all your next success steps. Okay. So it shows you everything you'll get with the content profit ladder. It shows you everything you're getting with the seat, which is a lot, folks.
Wow.
You're going to get a ton of publicity. It's a live stream on my show, a video that'll stay there, content profit show YouTube, featured on my website, podcast. It shows up on the show, not the show, but the show. Geez, Jeff. And then it goes out to all the big podcasts.
Cool.
You get your copy to promote however you wish. Articles, videos, and podcasts on Mediums and other platforms. Email and social marketing promotion. On-demand webinars. In other words, my team and I are going to promote you big time before, during, and after the show. Okay? And then we'll use one of my magical custom content creators to take it, turn your video into a detailed outline of the digital product that we choose. Okay.
Mhm.
So all of these book nows take you to the same place. Okay. Now, if you hired me to do all this for you, we'd
Mm.
start at $1,000 an hour. Okay. And you probably know this too, Lou. There's podcasters out there that charge 3,500
Mhm.
just for a guest spot,
Yeah.
which is crazy, I think, right?
Yeah, it's nuts. Mhm.
It is, but more power to them, I guess, right? Um, and so this is a buddy of mine, Phil, who is a regular watching the show. I've yet to twist his arm to get on here. But he says, I'm always so astonished by what you do and how good you are on camera. the 12-year-old child still in me goes, yeah, right, pal. You're so freaking genuine and personable. And I love this part. And it makes your viewers believe they can do it, which you can,
Yeah.
folks. You stinking can. So again, that's just going through everything. You can hit either of those book nows, and what'll happen for
So it's really a whole funnel.
it is built for you.
Mhm.
Yeah. And the first choice on the thank you page is to schedule your profit ladder, which
Mhm.
needs to come first if we're going to do that on the Content Profit show. And then the next choice is to schedule for a Content Profit seat. Now, okay, one of the things I've learned in the last month, Lou, is, and your community is probably like mine, about
Mhm.
half of them are introverts, right?
Yep. Mhm.
And to see, I'm introvert, half um, extrovert. And my sons tease me. They go, Dad, God split you down the middle. John got the introvert and Caleb got the extrovert. And they're really accurate about that. And so there's people in our communities, it doesn't matter how much you're going to get out of it, how much publicity, how cool, you're not going to get on a live show. Okay. I get that. All right.
Mhm.
Just let me know. All right. You'll have my contact info by the time you get on there. Let me know and we'll do it one-on-one. Okay.
Mm.
Same thing. We'll do the same thing, but it'll be one-on-one. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I don't want you to let this pass by. Right.
Mhm.
I mean, look at everything you get for just $97. I mean,
Crazy.
I dare any of y'all
Mhm.
to take 4 people out to dinner for $97 right now. And that dinner will be digested in hours, right?
Yeah.
What we're offering you here, especially with the profit ladder and the profit seat, is something that will last a career lifetime. Okay, because really, what the profit ladder is it's your map for your whole journey. Okay.
Yeah. When I looked at that list you showed me, I'm thinking like, oh my God, that's 18 months of content. Really.
Oh, easy, easy. And the
Mhm.
other cool thing with it is you can run it through again based on a different product or a
Mhm.
different resource, and that'll change too. So let me go over here.
Does it
And
matter what I mean, like I'm video marketing, obviously, but does it matter what your niche or industry is?
no,
Mhm.
no, absolutely not.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to think of the different ones we've done.
Mhm.
Some people like our mutual friend Cindy Bidar. She
Yeah.
wants to do a Stump Jeff webinar and find a piece of content we can't convert. And I don't think it's going to happen, but I'll just
Mhm.
play along.
Yeah.
And so, but I've got people in all niches. One of the most interesting things, piece of content we converted into a product was somebody's table of contents.
Huh.
We've had people bring on just ideas,
Yeah.
lead magnets, one pagers, not
Mhm.
just videos or articles or they want a low ticket product
Yeah.
converted into a higher ticket one, which is fine too.
Mhm.
So told you we'd get in under a half hour of the
That's
content.
crazy.
And so now we got time for questions. So
Cool.
appreciate you guys being here because there's a lot of places you could have been online.
Mhm.
What can we help you with? What do you want to know?
Laura's asking, what's the secret sauce? Or like, are you using different tools or software to generate this content?
Yes, I am. And you can find the answer out to that at here. I'll just type it in.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I didn't used to do this, but then I thought, you know what? Let's do this. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Just go to jeffherring.com/genies. Now, what you're going to get is something you can do yourself. Once you
Ooh. Yeah.
okay. Now it's going to cost you $97 a month,
Mm-hmm.
and you got to figure it all out.
Right.
Okay. And if you want to do that through my link, that's great. And one of
Mm-hmm.
my promises to everybody that buys anything from me is that I will help you with what you bought. Okay.
Yeah.
So I will help you with this. At the same time,
Mm-hmm.
you're probably not a veteran copywriter and content creator like
Right.
I am. And so I can still save you, like Lou said, 2 hours,
Right.
hours and hours, 2 weeks, hours and hours of time.
Mm-hmm.
Kathy asked, how do we get you our content, or what type of content is acceptable? That's an excellent question. Okay. Now, when you sign up for a time, once I see that sign up coming in, I'll send you a way to get that content in. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And that's also for the profit seat. What we'll also do is schedule a time for to do like I did with Lou and do that
Yeah.
interview. Okay. And
Mm-hmm.
then once you send me that content, I will review it and make some suggestions, and then we'll do that on the Content Profit Show. So that's all worked out, Kathy. Great
Cool.
conversation. And really, Kathy, I've yet to see the type of content that's not acceptable. Now, if you brought me a napkin from your pants after the dryer, that might be tough. Okay, Steve, good question. All right, listen careful. What I'm offering you today. No, let's do the harder one first.
Yeah. I'll go back to the offer thingy on the page where it's 97.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll do that. And so actually it doesn't say that on the page.
Okay.
But just okay, so let's do this. Okay. I'm glad you like that, Kathy. Steve, the software I use for this called copyandcontent.ai. Okay. But you need to go through jeffherring.com/genies to get me to help you with it. Okay. That's $97 a month. Okay.
Yeah.
And you got to learn how to do it. You got to get used to it. There's a whole lot you got to do to be able to use it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've been using it for a couple of years and I'm still discovering stuff. Okay.
Wow.
That's option one, Steve. And I really don't promote that on this unless somebody asks, because I would feel like crap going, well, I'm not going to tell you,
Yeah.
how tacky would that be?
Mm-hmm.
What I'm offering you today, Steve, and everyone else, for one-time payment of 97. How many times, guys? Say it with me. One-time payment. Okay. Somebody type that in the chat. A one-time or one. Thank you. Oh, there. Look at that. Lou Bertone is on the call with us.
I'm on the keyboard.
All right. Good man. A one-time payment of 97. I will create for you everything you've seen here today. Your profit ladder, your lead magnet, and your detailed product. Okay. And remember, you're going to get 10 titles to the lead magnet. Here we go. 10 titles to the lead magnet. Thank you, Kathy. One time. And you're going to get altogether, I promised you 50. You're going to get 60 different ideas.
Mm-hmm.
So again, you want to do this all on your own and spend hours and hours learning it, and 2 weeks, like Lou mentioned earlier, to create a product. Go for it. I understand that. I mean, I'll be glad to get a small commission from that, and I will help you with it. Okay, but if you want to save time, frustration, stress, and save money and make money, go to jeffherring.com/Lou-seat. And that's right under your video right now. And come on board, because this is going to be fun. I can't wait to work with y'all. Now, something I need to tell you. is that we've got well, June's full, right?
Mhm.
And let's see, congratulations to Jan Jansen.
Hey,
Hope
Jan.
everybody else coming. Now, y'all do what Jan did, okay? You like Jan. Um, and the content profit seat. There are times available in July. I think
Mhm.
there's about 5 left in July, and a couple are filled in August. What I do is if a month fills up and people want to do something that month, I'll add places. So if the 5 are gone and you want to do it in July, we'll do it in July.
Mhm.
Then we book all the way into August and September. We're usually fully booked a couple of months out.
Yep.
So there you go.
Cool. So just for Kathy, you didn't really miss too much at the beginning. We talked about how I did an interview with, well, Jeff interviewed me last Friday for 15 minutes. And from that interview came up with 60 of those content ideas.
That's right.
60 lead magnets, 60 low ticket offers, 60 mid ticket offers, 60 high ticket offers. And you can use any of them. Like I know sometimes when you're starting out, it makes a lot more sense to do a free lead magnet or a low ticket offer because you want your audience, you want to build trust and credibility with your audience, but you've got everything here to do it.
Absolutely. Lou, I built my early business on, I think when I first started, it was like 11.
Mm-hmm.
All the article writing templates back then. Now they're content creation templates.
Oh, right. Yep.
Templates.
Mm-hmm.
And the way I did it is I gave away 2 of them for an
Mm-hmm.
opt-in. That was my first and only opt-in for probably the first year.
Yeah.
And on that thank you page, they got offered all the templates. Okay? So follow this, folks. Somebody has read an article, seen a video of mine, doing it with no intention to buy anything.
Mm-hmm.
They come in and they get the 2 templates and go, wow, this is cool. I can get more of them. Sign me up. And now people that have, again, no intention of spending money are now customers. Okay.
Yeah.
And I built my early business on that. And you can and should do the same thing too.
Awesome.
And Lou, I think just to be totally transparent and clear with the folks, I think it might have been 20, 25 minutes on Friday, with some of that being, Lou and Jeff messing around and telling stories. Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And listen, I want to give you a Lou tip, okay? For those of you that are going to do this with me for the profit ladder, I would ask Lou a question like, what's one of the most burning questions your ideal client has? And Lou would go, what's one of the most burning questions my ideal client has? He'd repeat it, and I'm like, that's brilliant.
Mm-hmm.
You dig deeper. And the other piece of this, folks, just that interview helps you become a deeper expert in your niche. And then looking at that and all the things you can do. I mean, one of the cool things about the psychology of a profit ladder is it takes away the what is it called? Come on, you want to buy something, every new thing you want to buy. What is it, Lou? It's SOS.
Right.
Shiny object syndrome.
Yeah, yeah. Of course.
It takes away shiny object syndrome. It takes away your vulnerability to all the sleazy gurus that want to sell you the most coolest thing that's going to make your world perfect, and then they're going to do another one next week. It takes away all that hassle and gives you a clear map, a clear path, and you can build from there, folks.
And I mean, even as long as I've been doing this, when we did the interview and I was like repeating the question, it was like, what does my audience really need? What is their biggest challenge? So it makes you focus in on all that stuff. And then you get this amazing list that like, oh, you're giving your audience exactly what they want.
Ooh, say that again.
So if you know exactly what your audience's challenge is and how you can help them with it, you can give them exactly what they want instead of guessing, oh, I'll make this product and see if anybody buys it. No, that's not the way to do it.
That's what I wrote down, giving your audience exactly what they want.
Mhm.
That's magic. Years ago, before Mike Stewart moved to Nashville, we were out at his lake house, and Facebook, Lou,
Mhm.
you'll realize how long ago this was, had just started doing Facebook Live.
Huh.
Okay,
Yep.
and Mike and I thought, all right, let's be the first to build a course on this, right?
Mhm.
And so I went out there to the lake house, and we're building it, and we're halfway through the videos when we find out not everybody has this yet.
Right.
We can't send out a product. It's going to piss people off. It would piss me
Mhm.
off. So I
Yep.
left, and I'm thinking, dude, that was my product this month. What am I going to do? And so on the way back from Mike's, I strategically stopped into one of my favorite satellite offices, my favorite sushi place, with my laptop, and gave them my order. They know me there, kind of like my kitchen. Um, and I thought, all right, what can I come up with next? And I came up with a list of 5.
Mhm.
Right. One of them was what I wanted, and one of them was what I thought they would never guess or never pick. And what I thought they would never guess or
Mhm.
never pick, geez, Jeff, never pick, was the one about repurposing, because we'd done that uh,
Huh.
about a year or two ago, right?
Yeah.
Well, guess which one they picked?
Repurposing.
The repurposing. Yeah. I would have never, ever known that if I hadn't asked.
Mhm.
I'd have given
Yep.
them what I thought they needed instead of what they wanted.
Right.
Okay. And
Yep.
so, thank you for saying that, Luke, because I hadn't thought about that in the psychology of this and the benefit of this is that you're giving people exactly what they want, because
Mhm.
is in their words, inside their head, all of those things.
Right.
So,
Yeah. Steve asked, I'm not sure what he means by show us an example of one of these items. Does he mean like the when you were showing the lead magnets and things?
I'm not
Oh,
sure I understand the question.
yeah, you can rephrase it if
Give
you
us
want.
an example of one of these items, um, or send one. Um, that's kind of what we did, isn't it? I
Yeah.
mean, it's what you're asking. I mean, here's the lead
Oh, the
magnet.
10 lead magnet. Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Yeah,
So I would make a checklist. I'd probably do it in Canva, but it would have all this stuff on it. Or I'd
yeah,
do a
yeah.
time management thingy. Or yeah,
And
exactly.
then, and here's an example of a product, entry level product.
Hmm.
Um, Trisha, can we send you any info beforehand?
Huh.
I
Oh, Trisha's the yeah. She's
love it. I love
the
it. Yeah, you can send me
call
any content you want
expert.
beforehand, and we can pick it out. And what we'll do when we talk, Trisha, is that we'll go in depth. You know, we'll dig deeper than what they think they want to what they need. Okay. And that's a big distinction. Okay. So, for instance, Trisha, they think they want their animals fixed. Okay.
Hmm.
Careful, because Duke's going to get angry at me and he's laying right over. You
They
know,
don't,
and
they don't like the word fixed.
that's right. He's German Shepherd Husky Wolf, so I don't want him mad at me. Um, what do they need instead, Trisha? Instead of getting their animal fixed, what do they need instead? And we'll already start working on yours.
Hmm. Yeah.
And it really wouldn't be useful, folks, to send you out any of these examples, because it's just going to confuse you, because
Hmm.
it's niched to Lou and
Right.
his ideal client, and I'd rather just niche it to yours. I mean, come
Hmm.
on, $97, kids.
Customized. Yeah.
Yeah.
$97. That's yeah. For potentially years worth of revenue producing content.
Ooh, 10, 20 years of revenue. Dude, this is a quote factory here.
I
Thank
know.
you,
I'm
Lou.
just looking at these things saying, "Ooh, where do I start?" There's so many good, and it doesn't even matter because all of these are appropriate and based on the interview that I did with you. So it's not like a guessing game. It's just like do the one that you want to do.
Do the one that you want to do, or let's say you want to build a mid-ticket item. Okay.
Hmm.
Take that list and
Yeah.
send it to your community.
Right. Do
Which one do you want?
a poll. Yep.
And you build. Okay.
Hmm.
Um,
Yep.
Trish, I like that. Trisha Working. Is Working your last name, or you're just having fun? Trisha Working. I really do want to know, what do they want instead of getting what do they need instead of getting their animals fixed? Trish is so in. Yay, Trish.
Yay, Trish. Dr.
I
Trish.
love it. I love it.
Yep, cool. She has a book called The Fur Agreements, which is for animals, like the four
Oh
agreements.
my, the fur agreements.
Yep.
I freaking love that. As you might could tell from a little bit of what I've been saying, Trisha, I'm a big time dog lover. Duke is now the elder statesman. He's 10, looks and acts 3. Buddy, you remember Buddy, the internet dog.
Yep.
He passed just over 2 years ago. He made it to 17. He was Shepherd and Golden Lab. And then Paisley is the youngest one. John, you know, how rude. He took her with him when he got married.
Oh,
you know, and so at one time we had 3 dogs in our house, Trisha.
Yeah.
So yeah, I get it. All right. So
anything to wrap up on just the because I know we're getting at the 40.
Yeah, we need to get done.
Yeah.
One last question. Anybody else ready to be so like Trish and be so in?
Yeah.
Trisha. Really, folks, this is drilled down deep, giving you 20 years of content. Every one of those titles for everything is an idea for a product. There's more than the 60. Okay. From all those titles, you can create products and articles and videos for Lou. Get over to jeffherring.com/Lou-seat. And Lou, any final things you want to say?
No, this is amazing. I look at that list and I'm like, how the hell did you get all that content out of a 20-minute interview? So I just check it out, do it yourself, and you'll be amazed like I was. Pretty cool.
Thank you, Lou. And to sign off, Lou, thank you for hosting.
Thank you.
We've done this for years, and I want you on one of my shows as well. Lou's like me. I'm real careful about who I bring on. So thank you for that honor. Thank you all for being here, because there's a lot of places you all could have been. You chose to be with us. Thank you. Go get this stuff at jeffherring.com/Lou-seat. And as always, go use this stuff. And guess what? We're going to catch you next time.
Thank you.